Hey guys, JJ here, and today I'm going to be discussing some of the possibilities of utilizing the new RE engine with the Resident Evil 2 remake and what we can expect to see. Let's get right into it.
Resident Evil 2.
As many of you already know, many of the original voice actors from Resident Evil 2 will not be returning to reprise their roles in the upcoming Resident Evil 2 remake. This left many of the fans feeling betrayed and frustrated, so Ollie reached out to Alyson and asked her to come on the Residents of Evil podcast and give her thoughts about the matter. While explaining, Alyson mentioned that the company that was in charge of casting may have decided to go non-union because they were not only interested in the voice acting, but actors who could do voice acting and mocap. What does this mean exactly? It means that the Resident Evil 2 remake may in fact be utilizing the new RE engine. This was huge news because it was something that hasn't yet been confirmed by Capcom and really got me thinking, are we going to get a Resident Evil 2 remake in the style of the Resident Evil 1 remake or something new altogether? Let's start by covering what the RE engine is exactly. To sum it up, the RE engine is Capcom's latest program for creating their games. It scans real-life people and objects and creates what Capcom says is a photorealistic environment and works very well with VR. It was used to create Resident Evil 7. But what does that tell us about the Resident Evil 2 remake? A lot, actually. The first thing it tells us is that many of the characters will not only use the voices from actors, but also their movements and possibly appearance. So don't expect to see the same looking characters you've already seen. They most likely will be getting the same treatment as Chris Redfield did in Resident Evil 7. Let's take a closer look. Not close enough. Still not close enough. Let's go closer. Closer.
Unfucking believable.
I should add, not all characters in Resident Evil 7 look like their voice actors, but the game was released in 1998, so the characters are going to need an overhaul on their appearance, regardless of RE engine or not. The second thing is camera angles. There's still no confirmation on whether the camera will be fixed, over the shoulder, or first person, but the RE engine does scan real objects and creates photorealistic 3D models and environments, so the chances of getting pre-rendered backgrounds are slim to none. Actually, this only increases the possibility of not getting fixed camera angles because you could say the RE engine was created specifically for VR. First person does seem to fit the style of the RE engine. Yes, that does raise some concerns for me, but we won't know for sure until we see something official from the game, so I'll remain optimistic. Only thing I can say for sure is that the Resident Evil 2 remake will look great using the RE engine. The environments and objects in Resident Evil 7 were incredible, and now that Capcom has experience with the engine, it will only look better. Still not as good as if the backgrounds were pre-rendered, but great nonetheless. Character models, on the other hand, could use a little work, so let's hope it gets better with the remake. The good news for PC players is, with the game being created in full 3D, if it's in a viewing angle you're not happy with, you can fix that with a mod. This has already been done with Resident Evil 7. Unfortunately, if you're like the majority that don't have a PC, then you're stuck with what you get. And that kinda sucks. The next big thing is we'll most likely be getting a VR mode. You can make the argument that the RE engine was made solely for VR purposes, and the fact that Capcom is utilizing it more and more proves that. RE7 was created to be played entirely with the PlayStation VR, and Resident Evil Vendetta also had a VR feature. It would make almost no sense for Capcom not to utilize this, and if they do in fact have a deal with Sony, then they may not have a choice. Even though VR does strengthen the possibility of a first-person Resident Evil 2 remake, oh god, I really hope not, there are some cool features we could get out of it. I wouldn't want to play the entire game in first person, but there are some that would, and that's okay, everyone has their preferences. I do think that a VR tour of the Raccoon Police Department is a really interesting idea. It would be great to check out one of the most iconic locations in the series from a whole new perspective. That also means we'd get a really detailed Raccoon Police Department chock full of Easter eggs to find. I would spend endless hours searching every detail. Also, VR can make for some very interesting puzzles, ones that you not only need to use your brain, but also your vision. Viewing 3D models of some of the characters and enemies would be excellent in VR as well. Checking out how large and menacing William Birkin is as Gene. Or, hear this one guys, putting yourself in the shoes of Leon or Claire and literally looking up to see the liquor for the first time as it slowly crawls on the ceiling towards you. Damn, that sounds amazing. Like I said, I would still prefer the game stay true to the classics like the Resident Evil 1 remake did. The RE engine does show some potential, but also raises some concerns. I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited to see how the Resident Evil 2 remake is gonna look using the RE engine? Or are you concerned that using the RE engine is actually gonna be a bad thing? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, and for more discussions, live streams, giveaways, and the Residents of Evil podcast, please subscribe. We just hit 3,000 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. It means so much to me, and I'm also going to be giving away a copy of Resident Evil Vendetta on Blu-ray, so definitely subscribe to the Residents of Evil, drop a like, leave a comment, and you'll be entered in to win. We'll be announcing the winner on the next Residents of Evil podcast. We got Residents of Evil merch. I'll leave a link to that down in the description. And if you want to follow the Residents of Evil on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or Instagram, you can do so at ROE Network, or I'll leave the links down in the description. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I hope to see you back at the Residents of Evil.